Look, you guys, we made it. We're camping. We arrived at the campground last night, and today we're gonna go out on a day trip. But before we do that, if you guys are new to this channel, this is Shelby, this is Memphis, this is Oakley, and if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that bell to turn on all notifications so you always know when we put up new videos. Alright, now that being said, as I said, we are getting ready to go out and do a little day trip from camp. We plan on being gone all day, so I thought it would be fun to show you guys a few of the things that we make sure to grab whenever we leave the campsite. I always make sure to grab a little bag of dog food, and then Shelby doesn't always like to eat normal dog food when we're camping, so I made sure to grab a little bit of canned dog food, and I also have a spoon in here. I have bowls in the Jeep already, and then I also have some calm and quiet treats, which when we're camping, sometimes I give them all to the dogs at the beginning of the day. I definitely give them to Oakley because she is a little bit high anxiety, so she will get her calming treat, and then we will load them up and hit the road. Of course, the other things we always bring are their leashes, their harnesses, you know, the basic things. But these are the things that a lot of people tend to forget. Oh, and these. But I have some of these in my car already. You ready to hit the road? Let's hit the road. Alright, we have all three dogs. We are loaded up and ready to go. One more thing I wanted to mention. You guys ask all the time what we use for fleas and ticks. We use Vector 3D, but we also use Wondercide. I will put an affiliate link to it down in the video description below. So right now, all the doggies back here smell like lemongrass. Wondercide also works for people too. Our first stop of the day is the log slide overlook. So, if you guys can see here, the log slide overlook over this winter actually collapsed. Next stop, Lake Superior. Checking out the water. Oakley's like, I'm not a big fan of the water, guys. I would like to go this way. Just checking things out. This is Lake Superior. So one of the other things we always make sure to have when we take the dogs anywhere is a good jug of water and a dish to put it in. Well, today kind of turned out rainy. You can probably hear the rain hitting the top of the camper. Are you wet, Shelby? Are you wet, Memphis? You can see Oakley's back is just wet. So we ended up with some rain. We have very limited internet service here, but I just checked and it looks like it's supposed to stop here in a couple hours, so we'll see. But for now, we're chilling in the camper. The dogs are getting ready to have some lunch in the camper. So it is the next morning, and I thought it would be fun to show you guys how I get the dogs food ready while we're camping. I do have a set of slow feed bowls for Memphis and Oakley. This is Memphis's food with nothing on it. She gets nothing special. This is Oakley's food, which has the Therabis Calm and Quiet on it, just to help her with her little bit of anxiety while we're camping. And then this is Shelby's food. Shelby gets a little bit of wet food because otherwise she won't eat. It's very typical for her to do that when we're traveling. Breakfast for the puppies. You're supposed to eat this. Look. Look, it's delicious. It's delicious. She's like, meh, maybe not. Oakley, did you decide to dig another hole to cool off? You're so smart. She's like, I am. I'm the smartest. How come you didn't know you're on the mat? How come? Oh, you're on the mat too. Well, apparently you have the advantage. So you may notice a little background noise in this clip. You may also notice the panting of the dogs. Shelby is wet. She got in the water a little bit to try and cool off. Memphis is just like, guys, for real, holy cow. So it broke 90 degrees today, and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what do we do when we're camping with our dogs and it gets this hot? Well, this dog actually likes getting wet, so we usually let her get in the water if we're near water. Memphis will sometimes walk in it. Oakley's not a great big huge fan. So sometimes what we're forced to do is hang out inside our camper with the wonderful magical air conditioning on. Usually we don't have to stay in here too long. Usually it's like just midday when it's really hot, and then once the sun starts to set we can go hang out back outside. But today it's been so bad and the flies have been so bad. We've been kind of forced to, we went for a car ride earlier and then we've just been kind of forced to stay in here. You're just like a cat. It's like, I'm wet, guys, I'm wet. I has to clean this off. As my furs is wet, I must clean it. I guess I could take your harnesses off now. I don't think we're really going anywhere else today. Yeah, 90 degrees while camping with dogs. This is another reason why we have a travel trailer, because if we had a tent, we would be going home. Well, it's a windy morning this morning, but I thought it would be fun to show you guys what we do every morning when we're camping with the dogs. Every morning, the first thing we do when we wake up is take each of the dogs individually for a good walk around the campsite. We're making this big circle loop. Part of the reason we do that is so that they can go to the bathroom. You know, at home we have our backyard where they go hang out in the morning before they eat. But here, they don't have that. So they each get an individual walk around the campground and check things out, smell things, and kind of get it out of their system so that they're a little bit calmer when we're at the campground. Dog number 2, out for her walk. And we kind of always go in this pattern currently. It's Oakley, then Memphis, then Shelby. I also think taking them for a walk kind of lets them get in all the smells so they're not so curious about what everything is. We're still going this way though, honey. Yeah, I really feel like if you give them the chance to explore on a walk in the morning, once you get back to your campsite, they're not so crazy about everything that's going on. They get more used to the noises and the smell of where they're at. And now it's Shelby's turn. Those of you that may be wondering why we go in this order, well, Oakley's the oldest, and when she wakes up in the morning, she usually has to go pretty bad. Memphis gets really, really anxious and makes a lot of noise. I always take her second to help calm her down. And Shelby, believe it or not, is actually the most patient. So she doesn't ever seem to mind waiting. I think she's smart enough to know she gets to go anyway. So she's just kind of patient. So Oakley, once again, has decided it's warm enough that she needs to make her own personal cold spot. And you wouldn't believe it, but if you put your hand in there, that ground's pretty cold, so she's definitely not dumb. Except for she keeps forgetting to actually lay in it. I like it when she uses both feet at once.
Yeah, it hops.
Yep. She's like, check this out, I'm so cool. Are you gonna do it this time? Let's find out. So she'll turn around and lay in it eventually. Well, you missed the hole, but you laid down in all the dirt you dug, so I guess that's probably pretty cold too, huh? Oh, Oakley. She's like, I got this figured out. Alright, we're loaded up. Everybody's in. We're hitting the road and heading home. Let's roll, puppies.